Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, of course, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yal Shabbat Shem HaKodash, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bashim Yal Shabbat Shem HaKodash. Giving double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom, salutation to all you sincere alchemists across the four winds, pushing the truth and sincerity of heart. I am your fellow servant, Kasamagal from the DC camp, and I'm coming at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yal Shabbat Shem HaKodash. Basically, this is another installment of Hebrew OMEN, Destiny in the Name. And, if you brothers been keeping up, of course, what I do is, the Spirit leads me to get some Hebrew names in their, in their OMEN, meaning the destiny in their name, because ancient names always had meanings, you know what I'm saying? Like, and today, everything is so vain, anything is so empty that there's no substance to people's names, all right? So people they just wondering, man. But and today we're gonna deal with the season in which we're in right now, which is as Hebrew Israelites, we know we're in the season of Purim that's coming closer, the final high holy day. Before the beginning of the new year, and it's a holiday of celebration. Purim means lot because celebrating the defeat of Haman, the so-called Jewat, and Amalekite. And him and his family being hung up on the gallows for trying to set up a decree to destroy the nation of Israel. All right, so and that was a sign of things to come for Amalek and these Edomites. Okay, so but today we're gonna deal with of course the main character of the book. The book is named after her. She's known as Esther, but her real Hebrew name was Hadassah. Okay, Hadassah was the name of so-called Esther. Okay, so Hadassah. What is Hadassah? Hadassah means myrtle. From like myrtle tree. All right. It says, of course, Queen Esther's Jewish name, right? Her Hebrew name. The Queen of Persia, heroine of the Book of Esther, daughter of Abihail, cousin and adopted daughter of Mordecai of the tribe of Benjamin. Made queen by King Ahasuerus to replace divorced Queen Vashti. So as you see right there, what we have the Hebrew, of course, the Paleo Hebrew, Lashawan Kodash. We got a Ha, a Da, a Sa, and it's like a Sa. It's like a. Let me I'm gonna correct that right quick. It's a Ha, a Da, a Sa. And then, let me see. It's a high, a da, a sa, and another ha. Okay. So this, there you go. Okay, we're straight. Okay, Salakia. I had to fix that right quick. Just bear with me. Okay, so we have a ha, a da, a sa, and a ha. Okay, Hadassah, Hadassah, and of course that's right next to it. It's the Syrian, and then in the second column you have a ha, a da, a sa, and a ha. All right, so how do you pronounce it? Hadassah. Hadassah. Now, the way, usually the double S on top, that's how it's written on the blue letter. You know what I'm saying? But when you go into the Hebrew, it's not no double S. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sounds like that, but we don't write sounds. You know what I'm saying? We write it like it is. So this is of course Myrtle. Now going back to the Myrtle, right? Because I want to look up because of course you brothers know that you ever heard of the Eastern Star? Freemasonry. That's why you get the word Esther, because Esther means star. Or really, the star means star. Esther meaning East Star or Eastern Star. That's where you get the Eastern Stars of Freemasonry. When you got these women that are part of that bullcrap, and these women are dressed in all white, and basically they On the left hand side, they're trying to, get the energy from Hadassah, Queen, so-called Esther, and trying to pretty much look at them as being queens and having some type of power. And it goes back to the 5-pointed stars. And it says when you look up the 5-pointed stars, the one pointed star on the east, the pointed star on the east is white, because all these pointed stars have colors. The one pointed star on the east is white, and it's got a crown with a scepter on it, representing a queen, courage, or queenship or whatever. So that's where they get the Eastern Star. They get that from Esther, really the manipulation on the left-hand side, on the distortment of understanding of knowledge of the true Esther, which was Hadassah, right? Now, the reason why her name is Myrtle, when you look at the Myrtle, there's multiple types of myrtles, multiple types, multiple kinds, but I want to deal with this. This is why they kind of go into what they're going to, but the myrtle is a fine-looking tree and fine-looking flower, you know what I'm saying? So this is the reason why, this is where they got the 5 points, 5 points myrtle. Of course, the left-hand side is always looking at the right-hand side to distort things, to make it to be wicked, when the originality is always righteousness. The original knowledge of everything that you see that the left-hand side is doing, is nothing original about the left-hand side. The left-hand side is always about mimicking, distorting the light into the darkness and making it to be darkness, okay? But when you go back here, you see there's different types of myrtles, right? But they focus on the white myrtle. That's when they get that whole Eastern Star crap. But the myrtle is a fine-looking tree, man. It's a fine-looking tree, and it stands out. That lets you know what they're with. And she stood out. How do we know? We're just going to go with the scriptures. This is Esther chapter 2, and I'm going to start at 5. It says, Now in Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite, who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity which had been carried away with Jeconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away. And he brought up Hadassah, right? That is Esther, right? Because that's her real name, Hadassah, meaning myrtle, not Esther, Esther meaning star or Estar, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful. See that? That's why her name was Hadassah, because as a baby, the spirit already told her parents that she's going to be a fine-looking piece of you-know-what. You know what I'm saying? A fine-looking Benjaminite. It says, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother was dead, took for his own daughter. So it came to pass when the king's commandment, the king's was Ahasuerus, the king's commandments and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan the palace, to the custody of Hegiah, that the Esther was brought also unto the king's house, to the custody of Hegiah, keeper of the women. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him. And he speedily gave her things for purification, with such things that belonged to her, and 7 maidens, which were meet to be given her out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the women. See that? So Esther's beauty, man, her energy, really, not just the beauty, her beauty and her energy, her essence was so dope, the king couldn't resist, you know what I'm saying? Because she was as beautiful as a myrtle tree, man, okay? But of course, you go on the left-hand side, they're going to pick that up and distort that and start that Eastern Star garbage. But we at Great Millstone, we know the truth. We pass this knowledge to the hopeful elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, so we won't get distorted, all right? Because we're children of the light and not children of the darkness. So I hope you brothers was edified with this Hebrew OMEN, Hadassah, so-called Esther, so-called Esther, Hadassah, meaning myrtle, Hadassah, all right? All right, so double honors to, of course, Kahalai Hawabashim Yashah, double honors to our apostles and elders, a Great Millstone. Shalom to you, sincere Akims.